Today's horoscope, Scorpio May 9th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You can be active today, but it's also time to hit the emotional reset button as the moon enters your sector of rest, reflection, and privacy. This transit lasts only a little over 2 days, but pulling yourself back from the usual in some manner can be most helpful at this time in the lunar month. You might also do some musing or examination of the past to your benefit. It's time to reorient yourself as you prepare for a new beginning. There is a tendency to downplay your needs, and while this can work just fine for you much of the day, there can be moments when you feel a little uncomfortably out of touch. There can be some tension in the air, but try to use this downtime well, and some issues or problems in your life can be clarified. Still, while you're going under the radar in some ways, focusing on your goals and ambitions can be grounding. You could make some nice progress in business or practical matters, if only in the planning stage. Far beyond the human eye, many celestial objects cast their runes over the fate of humanity. Juno, the asteroid of loyalty and marriage, is an important one to watch as she can give insight into trends around relationships. Many new romances and partnerships can take on a more sensitive energy at this time as she ventures through an earth sign in a retrograde phase. We may even see how we can be of service to everyone around us. Honoring freedom, spontaneity, and passion will be particularly important to us. Be sure to watch for this nuanced energy manifesting both within you and in others in the days and weeks to come. Slow down. You're being tempted into something bigger than you're really ready for, and if you buy in completely, you'll come to regret it in the near future. Today's transit gives you the chutzpah you need to get what you deserve. If you're carrying around the feeling that you don't have what you want in your life, today is the day to say something to someone who can give it to you, or talk to yourself about what you can do to get it. You may be considering a move of some kind. It can't hurt to do a little research on what it would take to make that happen in a desirable time frame. It's the perfect time to take a look at your career ambitions. Yesterday was a day of reflection, and if you felt any dissatisfaction in this area of your life, today is a good time to do some research. Your heart may be more willing to make a change than your head is. Your innate sense of practicality may be concerned with security in your income and work environment. Yet, truly there is no security anymore with today's economy. Listen to your heart. It is just as Mercury is moving into his final days in your busy work sector, but with the rest of the planets here and on the career front just warming up, the moon returns for its monthly visit to a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart. With no planetary activity here, this is the only chance that you get each month for the moon to challenge the planets on the other side of the sky in your work sector, something that over the next few days will put how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. Fortunately, Mercury is still here, with everything needed to work smarter. The busier life gets, and especially as it is set to become even busier over the coming weeks and months, the more important Saturn and the dwarf planet series final weeks in your romantic sector become. By the end of the month, for the first time since 2010, there will be no planetary activity on the romantic front, with a need to make these final weeks count. Even if that means challenging old excuses. Daily Planetary Overview. Today's cosmic climate brings an interesting emotional undercurrent worth paying close attention to. With the moon in diplomatic Libra opposing both dreamy Neptune and passionate Venus in Aries, we find ourselves at a crossroads between clarity and confusion in our relationships. This is the kind of energy that can either inspire greater understanding or stir up miscommunications cloaked in politeness. So here's the question we should all be asking ourselves: am I being kind, or am I being passively avoidant? This is a powerful day to observe how you're showing up in your interactions. You may feel like someone is giving you a strange vibe, or perhaps you're sensing tension that no one's quite naming. Maybe someone accuses you of being distant or unclear, or maybe you find yourself questioning someone's true intentions. These moments, although subtle, are little mirrors, opportunities to reflect on how transparent we're really being in our communication. Instead of letting uncertainty fester, try leaning into gentle honesty. If something feels off, say so. If you're unsure about where you stand with someone, ask. Being direct doesn't have to mean being harsh. In fact, clear, kind communication is one of the greatest gifts we can offer each other, especially under this kind of foggy emotional energy. But it's not all serious. In fact, you might notice that your everyday life feels especially vibrant and fulfilling right now. The energy of connection is strong. You're likely getting along effortlessly with the people around you. Whether it's a friendly chat with a barista, an easy conversation with a coworker, or a warm moment with a loved one, there's a beautiful ease unfolding in your daily interactions. Ride that wave. These small, meaningful moments help restore balance and remind us of the value in simply showing up with warmth. If you're feeling more energized than usual mentally or physically, don't be surprised. It may be that something internal has finally clicked. Perhaps you've let go of lingering self-doubt, or maybe you're just feeling more confident in your own skin. Whatever it is, you're in an excellent position to start making real progress toward your goals. You might even have a few creative or personal ideas that you've been sitting on. Today is the kind of day that invites you to get moving, to make a plan, and to trust that your enthusiasm can carry you forward. In your relationships, there's a renewed sense of promise. You may find that conversations with those closest to you spark new insights, deepen emotional bonds, or help you understand yourself better. That said, try not to approach these connections purely for what they can offer you. Emotional depth is what turns short-term convenience into lasting connection. Ask yourself, am I listening with my heart as much as my head? Am I showing up with presence, or just looking for validation? Others are likely noticing your cheerful and lighthearted energy. You might find yourself being the person everyone wants to be around. Your genuine interest in others and your ability to make them feel seen is shining through. There's a magnetic quality to your presence, and it's fueled by your openness and warmth. If you've been meaning to reconnect with someone, strike up a new conversation, or simply strengthen your existing bonds, this is the perfect time. You never know where a seemingly small connection could lead. Now, let's talk finances. You may find yourself tempted by offers that seem promising, maybe a spontaneous investment opportunity, a big purchase, or advice from someone who seems confident. While it's fine to explore your options, today's planetary alignments advise caution. Not everything is as clear as it appears, and Neptune's haze can cloud even the best judgment. Before you act, ask yourself, do I have all the information I need? Am I being patient, or am I reacting to fear or excitement? Sometimes, the best decision is to wait a little longer. And while your mind may be racing with ideas and your calendar might be full, don't forget to check in with your body. Your nervous system might be more taxed than you realize, especially if you've been riding a wave of nonstop activity. Excitement and momentum are beautiful, but they're not sustainable if you're burning the candle at both ends. Be mindful of your energy. Prioritize sleep, stay hydrated, and find a few quiet moments to reset. When you finally allow yourself to rest, you may find that the relaxation feels more fulfilling than ever before. So today, take this as your reminder: clarity over confusion, honesty over avoidance, connection over convenience. This is your moment to realign with what matters most, not just in your relationships, but within yourself. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any shifts in your relationships lately? Are there conversations you've been avoiding, or truths you've been waiting to share? Drop a comment below and let's support each other in moving toward more honest, empowering communication.